Okay, so one of the hardest things to do in life is have relationships. It is. Relationships are very hard. Now, I think you would agree that relationships are a real blessing, but also relationships can be a real burden as well. And the reason why relationships can become a real burden, a real heaviness upon people is when within that relationship, one of the people gets very selfish and they only think about themselves in that relationship. Because the challenge with relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's a marriage between a man and a woman, whether it's between co-workers, relationships, what make them hard is because we're individual human beings. And when you enter into a relationship, you have two individual people now trying to get along. And those individual people have different opinions, different perspective, different beliefs, and on and on and on, different personalities and different DNA, different makeup, all that stuff. They're built, they're made, they're created differently. And so that's what makes it hard. And so within relationships, you obviously need to have proper communication. You have to have grace and understanding and all that stuff. But the reality is arguments come, fights happen, disagreements happen within relationships. And so the most important thing, the one thing right now that can change a bad relationship is this one thing. It's kind of two in one. it's it's humility and asking forgiveness. Own what you have done, own what you have said, own the way that you have acted, the way that you've treated other people in relationships in your life. Own it, take responsibility for it. If you've hurt somebody, if you've neglected, rejected somebody, if you've mistreated somebody in a relationship in your life, you need to own it and you need to humble yourself and ask forgiveness and make it right. Humility and forgiveness can heal your broken relationships in your life. Are you putting forth effort right now? It's more than just a text message. It's more than just, a simple, meaningless conversation. Are you putting forth effort? Are you going the extra mile to do what you can do in that relationship to make it right? And so if you are in a broken relationship and you want things to be better within that friendship, within that marriage, within that relationship with your children or with your parents or with your friends or whatever it might look like with coworkers, then you need to humble yourself and ask them to forgive you if you have in any way mistreated them, neglected them, rejected them, pushed them away, treated them harshly, spoke wrong to them. Make it right. But it takes you humbling yourself and asking forgiveness. Jesus said in the Bible that we're to treat others the way that we want them to treat us. He didn't say treat others, however you want to and expect them to treat you the way that you want them to. It doesn't work that way. And so look into yourself right now, self-examine your attitude, your actions, how you've been treating other people, whether it's in your family, on the job, in your church, wherever. And own the areas in your life that you need to own with a spirit of humility and forgiveness before that person. This one thing can heal your broken relationships. So that's it. That's off the cuff.